friends, it's Emily and welcome back to my channel. So if you're like me and you decided to get a pixie cut, but then realized it wasn't such a good idea once it started reaching the awkward growing out phase, with the annoying cowlicks and your hair is always flat on your head because you might have felt too lazy to wash it over the past few days. But no worries because I have a simple quick fix and you might be wondering what the hell is it? So here it is. Here's a simple and easy hairstyle for you guys who are really lazy, and it is a Dutch braided pixie. It is so adorable, and without any further ado, let's get onto the video. So to start off, I'm just beginning with my normal hair, which is straight and flat, and of course it's a few days old, and if you see me laughing, it's because I was watching BuzzFeed Unsolved and Ryan and Shane are so freaking hilarious. I love them, oh my god. Anyway, to begin the braid, I typically like to grab a small chunk of hair near the back of my head, but not all the way near the back, but close to the back, and I like to start there, and then from there, I'll split up the hair that I got into 3 separate sections like so. And once all 3 strands are secured, I'm going to start by taking the middle strand over the other strand nearest to my hairline. Then I'll be taking the strand we just placed in the middle and crossing it over to the side across from my hairline. So that is on my right side. Then going back to the strand on my left, I'm just going to grab a chunk of hair closest to my hairline and add it to the strand that I'm holding in my fingers. And then with that, I'll be bringing that underneath the middle strand. So the middle strand is always going over the top. And that's what makes it a Dutch braid. After that, I'm just going to do the same thing with the other side, adding in the hair and then crossing the middle strand over the other strand as well. So in case you're still confused, I know it can be a little tricky because I had a hard time learning this when I was a beginner. All you have to do is just grab a chunk from one side and then bring the middle piece over it, and then on the other side, grab a chunk of hair and then add that underneath the middle braid, and just keep doing that until you run out of hair. So I know it's kind of tricky listening to someone give instructions on how to braid, so if you're a visual learner like me, I definitely just suggest watching the video to get the hang of it. And remember, practice makes perfect. Also, while I'm braiding, I just wanted to take this time to explain the difference between a French braid and a Dutch braid. Today we'll be doing the Dutch braid, and that's when the braid is kind of raised over the head. But when you do a French braid, that is when the strands are more tucked into the head and they're not as visible on the top and they don't pop out as much. So it's definitely a cleaner look, but this look is definitely more of a fun one, which is why I chose to do a Dutch braid, and that will also add to our volume of our hair later. And shortly after this clip, this was literally me just like holding my arms down because they were so tired from braiding. So enjoy this like little montage of me braiding right now. And you can see some baby hairs definitely trying to get away, but don't worry because we will tackle those later. And once you can't add any more hair to your braid, just begin braiding again like normal, just crossing the middle piece over the other 2 pieces, and then you'll be left with this really cute pigtail thing. So for that, you're just going to want to take a little bobby pin. I know the mini bobby pins are much better than this, but I didn't have any on hand because duh, I lose them all the time, literally, like I need to go out and buy more. But you're just going to want to secure that braid in place. I typically like to use 2 bobby pins crossed over each other to secure it tightly. Once secured, I typically like to tug at my braid a little bit, and I usually just tug at like the humps, I like to call them, on the top and the bottom. Here I'm doing the top first, and low-key these kind of remind me of those dinosaur humps. Do you guys know what I mean? I'll insert a picture right here, but literally that's what they remind me of, and I usually just tug at them to make them less defined and more voluminous instead. That way they don't look too harsh and are very soft and delicate and pretty. And if it's too difficult to pull with one hand, I definitely recommend using both of your hands to tug at both sides at once, and you could also push in any hairs that you might have pulled out too far. And once my hair is the way I like it, I'm just going to go back in with some bobby pins to secure down some flyaways, and that'll be taken care of. And with the last of the pins in place, here is our cute little hairstyle. But you know what isn't cute? Those little damn baby hairs that keep getting in the way. So for that, I'm going to be taking some hairspray and a toothbrush. Yes, a toothbrush, but we're not going to use it to brush our teeth today, surprisingly. Just spritz a little bit of hairspray onto the toothbrush and use the nice soft bristles to comb your hair into place. This literally works like a charm on my hair. Oh my god. It's great for keeping baby hairs in place, and it's awesome because it doesn't distribute too much product. Just don't add too much hairspray like me, otherwise it'll drop on your leg and you'll be a very sad child. belt. Anyway, don't forget to tame the baby hairs on the sides of your head as well as the ones on your part line. Also, if the segments of the braid are a little bit messy, don't forget to tame those with the comb as well. Next, I know that the hair on the sides of my head is in its really awkward growing out phase, so I'm just gonna put a bit of hairspray on my toothbrush and comb it out again, and don't forget the sideburns because it adds a really neat touch. For the bedhead cowlick on the back of my head, I'm just going to take a bobby pin and pin it into place, hiding it underneath the layers of hair. Lastly, just douse your whole head in hairspray and be careful because this stuff is literally toxic. Like, I breathed this stuff in and I was coughing for like a minute, so just be wary of that and do this in an open area if possible. Do not do this in a bathroom like I did. Like, that was so stupid. Like, I literally almost died, you guys. Oh my god. And with that, our hair tutorial is complete. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I had so much fun showing you guys how I style my hair on a daily basis. Like, literally, I've been using this hairstyle so often, it barely takes me any time and helps me get ready in a pinch. So I hope you guys learned a few tips and tricks from this as well. And if you liked it, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to my channel. And also turn on your post notifications if you haven't done so already, so you'll know whenever I post a new video. And yeah, that's it for today's video. Thank you all again so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys!
It's about to go down. Fire time. This is how much harder than it looks on TV.